Readers, we have made it to the end of our read aloud book. And when we get to the end of something, it's time to celebrate. And you might also be nearing the end of some of your club books. And that's great. We want to make sure that we are seeing how our characters journey up that story mountain. And they are tossed with problem after problem after problem. And they keep overcoming them to the point where they get to the climax, the top, and make a decision and start to resolve some of their deepest problems. So it's important for us to linger a little bit longer with a book before we start a new story. So let's look at a chart that's super helpful for us that we've been using across the school year. So readers, this story element chart has been something that we've used before, and it helps us to see predictable paths, predictable stops on the main character's journey up and down the story arc. So take a second to look at this chart. One thing we're going to do today is we're going to use this chart to answer a couple of questions as we linger a little bit longer in our stories and reread specific parts that feel particularly important. So we're going to answer two questions. So put two fingers up with me. One is, why is this part here? Got it? The second question is, how does it connect to a story element, a character's journey, the story arc? Okay. Let's reread a couple of parts from Make Way for Diamond Daniel that felt particularly important, where we could explore some of this really important work. I miss you, Diamond said to the girl in the photo. She missed her dad too, and their old apartment where she had her own room. Here she had to sleep on a pull-out sofa. It wasn't half bad though. It was plenty roomy enough for her to stretch out on, even sideways. Plus, her mom had offered her the bedroom, but Diamond had said no. She figured moms should have their own bedrooms. Even so, it was nice having a bedroom with your own desk and stuff. Diamond sighed a second time. Truth is, she missed all kinds of things. So let's think here. Why is this part in the story? Are you thinking? How does it connect to the character's journey or story mountain? Let's go back and look at this chart here. Okay, what do you think? Go ahead, why don't you point to the parts that it connects with? So a lot of you were likely saying many different things, that it might seem like the best one is it's part of the problem, that she feels really lonely. She misses a lot of things, not just her home, but her friends, her own space. All of those things feel particularly important. So the other thing you might be thinking is like, yeah, it's a little bit of the setting. We learn about where she's living. There's a hint of the setting here, for sure. And some of you might have said, oh, it's definitely showing what the character wants. She wants to feel connection. She wants to feel less lonely. You're right. All of those things are represented in this part. The author includes each word, each detail there for a reason. And so it's up to us to really reread those parts to figure out why. Let's try again. Who are you so mad at? Asked Diamond. The question caught Free off guard. What? Who are you so mad at? Who said I was mad? Oh, please. All you do is stomp around and glare at people, even teachers. And I have not seen one person do anything bad to you since you got here. Not one. Who are you mad at? Okay, so think, why did the author include this part? Think in your brain. How does it connect to the character's journey or story mountain? Go ahead, point to the parts on the chart. Think about which one does the best support. Some of you were saying it adds to the problem, right? Or maybe it's a little hint of a resolution. Diamond is confronting the problem. She is responding to that problem. of Free being so guarded, not wanting anybody to be with him, to stand around him, to rally around him. Or you might also be thinking that it shows us a little bit of the character traits that Diamond doesn't back down. She's bold. We've said that all along in this book, that she knows what she's wants. She's very confident. So, do you see, readers, right now you can take this chart to your own reading and you can think about what are the parts that you could linger on a little bit longer? Why are they there? Why did the author include those parts? For what reason? And how do they connect to the character's journey or the story mountain? Okay, so I'll leave you with this chart today. So you likely want to jot it down or take a picture of it or pause the video here so that you can have it open with you as you read. And you'll likely want to go to your book and mark spots where you see parts that connect to our story mountain, the character's journey. Maybe mark, like, this is part of the problem, this is adding to the problem, this is about the character traits, this is about the character wants, so that you can go back and you could look at why the author has included those parts there. So when you go off and you read today, instead of reading forward, you might take a little bit of time to do this important work and reread, thinking about why the author put those parts there and how they connect to the character's journey. See you soon.